the half of the twins is Cara. Cara had
Great
her best
name.
game in our win over Sharon. She has a great outside shot, and she quietly contributed in every game that she played. She worked hard from the first year trials to the last second in the final game, and this work ethic is going to definitely pay off for her in everything she does. Along with her sister, she is also a scholar athlete. The next player had her best games against all the Rains, again in our exciting overtime win, and also had great games against KP and Stoughton. She played for four positions, so it's not surprising that she's a scholar athlete. She would go in and they'd say, "You ready to play the two?" And we were in this offense and this defense. Yep, but you might play the 3 or 4. Okay, I gotcha. So Sam Dorman. My next player has got to be, besides being hysterical, she's one of the scrappiest players that I have ever coached. You can't really teach what she has. I can pretty much count on her for several turnovers every game. She came very close to falling out several times, but she didn't push it, and she knew where to keep her defense in check. Her offensive game emerged also early on this season, with her best game being the 14 points against Franklin. My boys think you are so funny. You're a lot of fun to coach. Katie Dustin. The next player is a fantastic rebounder. She works so incredibly hard into the basket. She is able to get her body into the best position, and she uses it well. This is something that's really hard to teach. People that coach boys don't even have some of the, the rebounding ability that the girl has. Her best game was against KP, and she played very well in our final game against Sharon. I couldn't even take her off the floor. Jill Harrison. Next girl I want to talk about is such a great kid. She played so much bigger on the floor than she actually is. She's probably about 5'7" maybe, and she played the 4 to start every game. She played like she was 6 feet tall out there. I really appreciated her attitude and enthusiasm for the game. She was also a great captain. This next player really came into her own the second half of the season. She started several games toward the end and developed into a great rebounder. She's also a fantastic free throw shooter, and I think she has a great road ahead of her the next couple of years. She's also a scholar athlete, and this year's most improved player, Lindsay Cross. Next we have a player who has a great outside shot, runs the floor very well, and plays great defense. She has 4 3-pointers in our great win at Franklin, and also had 14 points in our win over Camp. She always has a smile on her face and never showed her displeasure with running tiring drills or sprints in practice. This year's Coach's Award goes to Megan Fay. Of course, they spelled her name wrong on the plaque, so we'll get you up.
It's no big deal.
This player averaged just under 9 points a game, with her best game being against Franklin in our second matchup after losing them early on in the season. She has the quickest hands that I've ever seen at the JV level, causing several turnovers in every game. She's able to do that crossover dribble without blinding speed there. She has a great first step when it drives to the basket, and she leads the defense and that's most often. This year's MVP, Gianna Roma. And lastly is my other captain, Lindsay Shapiro. Lindsay is a player all around. She drives the hoop well. This is evident with her getting to the free throw line more than anyone else. Lindsay also had 3 games. She scored 13 points, all of her rings in our overtime win, Canton and Franklin. I look forward to watching Lindsay play next year. She's not only a scholar athlete, but is also the co-MVP of this year's team. Girls, I wish you guys all luck in the future. Hopefully I'll be able to read about you guys in the newspaper. Good things. You all have so much to look forward to, and I just want you guys to know how much you really made me enjoy.
I can't hear you.
And we were the captains on the JV team this year. This is our second year having you as our coach.
Bless you.
Last year was great. This
Team was even
better than our first.
better. Our record.
Ended our season with 12 wins and 4 losses. We never lost.
Same team twice. We worked hard all season, and it would have been possible without our coach. Even though we worked extremely hard, we had some great times. Like when we spent half of practice trying to get Lindsay Cook's shoe out of the ceiling with several water bottles that really didn't work out too well. And when Lindsay sent Coach's Diet Coke flying across the room because she has really good coordination, she got you another Diet Coke because she felt really bad, and it's Lindsay proof. So.
Oh, he is good too. All right, don't let us spill this
But
time.
with all our fun, we learned a lot and improved a ton. Coach was always supportive and helpful with all of us. Thanks for an awesome season full of great memories, and we will miss you and your kids a lot.
Come back next year, though. Don't leave us.
JV and Sarah for varsity, please.
People chipping in and standing there and selling pizza and getting there early. The program book, we have one of the nicest program books for a high school team that I've seen, and it takes a lot of work to get these type of monies raised, and they're just terrific. They meet all the time, and we have great officers that get the notes out there, and excellent treasurer that gets everything paid. We have extra money that we put into things for you guys. I mean, I don't think you probably realize how lucky we are that we have practice uniforms and just extra equipment. If we need something paid, like even a referee for a scrimmage that the high school budget didn't have any more money, they help. Awards for today are paid for by the boosters, and the scholarships for our seniors. So it's a really important club, and you know, I'm not sure if one of you is going to speak about it at some point today, but we always need more people and more help so we can do more things for the kids and get more equipment and better things. And I just really want to thank all of you for all your time that you do. I want to thank our speaker tonight, Christina Aldrich. I think that was an awesome message that she gave you guys, and I was really proud of her. I've seen her grow up too, and I think it's great when we get one of our own that comes back, and she's certainly very impressive, and I hope you listen to some of the things that she had to, all of the things that she had to say. I'd also like to thank the Cable 8 crew that's back here. You guys are awesome. They are so organized and professional. They come right up to me after the game with a copy of it that I've watched, and sometimes the team watches, and I know the games are on often, and the girls really look forward to it, as the parents do. And it's just such a nice thing that we have in our small, awesome town. And all of you are fantastic and very giving, and we appreciate everything that you do for our girls. So maybe we could have a big round of applause for the Cable 8. I'd like to thank James Snyder. He was an awesome addition to the Foxboro Reporter staff. I thought this year we had the best coverage of all. You know, some other years I thought maybe the boys were getting a lot, but this year we were there front and center. We had pictures and articles, and you're really a great writer. Thank you, James, for everything you do. And of course, I'd like to thank Al Sozio for his commitment. How many years have you been doing this, Al? Since 1989? That's a good year. So Al, as you know, has a great voice, but also does the book and has blue and gold blood. So thank you, Al, for everything. And then there's people that help out, you know, Mark Stopa doing the commentating at the games, and Bob Blakely. Andy and Eric for helping me at all the scrimmages with the books and the clock, and even Tim Wall and his brother reffing when we needed refs. So you guys are always helping us out. It's terrific. I'd like to thank Brianna Aldrich, our manager. She has been a manager for 4 years, right? Three years. And she's terrific. She's very accurate. She's very, very bright. She is reliable. She's on time, unlike me, who was late today. She She's just great. Even delivered season stats to me 3 days ago for every player, game highlights, individual and free throw percentages. She went through. She just keeps it going, and she's just really, really good at what she does. And she's a wonderful kid. We're going to miss her. I'm going to be big shoes to fill in that spot. And she's also a scholar athlete. I know she's going to be really, really successful. So I'd like Brianna to come up and get her varsity certificate. And her gifts. And the gifts are beautiful. I've noticed each team getting something a little different. But thank you, Brianna, for what you've done for us. I'd like to thank our staff. They're all terrific, and they all help out me and the team in many different ways that you may or may not realize. Matt was an excellent addition in his first year. He did wonderful with his team, as you know. They were 12-2, but he also scouted for the varsity team on a few occasions. He was at the Whitman-Hanson, had a scout ready to go. Unfortunately, we didn't need it this year, but I'm really excited to have him. He's very enthusiastic. Coach Petrovic is unbelievable in what she does. She's the only coach besides Matt that's in the high school, and she is constantly doing stuff to make sure we have communication, whether it's a schedule change, I won't go there, or I need to find a kid or got to get a message to somebody. She's on it. She's making copies. She's getting people's physicals. Craig said we're the only team that has all the paperwork, and 10 days before the season starts we're ready to go, and it's all because of what Coach P does. She scouts. She's probably scouted 10 times this year, gives me the report that night, and she also steps in at practice, helps me with my kids, gave Gracie a bottle, whatever it is. She's great, so thank you, Coach P. Let's give her a round of applause. I'd like to thank Coach Downs. I think she does a great job, as does Coach P with the team. I wanted to mention one game you talked about was the Franklin game, girls, the JV team at Franklin. That's the best JV game I've seen in 16 years that I've been coaching. It was terrific. And my father, who is always so tough on me, said the same thing. He really enjoyed. You guys were excellent. Textbook. High lows, fast break offense. You look great. So it's a tribute to Lisa. And thank you for scouting and helping at practice all the time. Coach Downs. I'd like to thank Coach Fezzik, affectionately known as Fez, the Fez. Fez is like a consultant or a pro or a hired consultant for the team. He's our summer league coach, and this summer we had our best record in the 5 years I've been here. We were 9-2, and Rick he did a lot with them. They really improved, which was a lot under what he was teaching them. We also beat Brockton, Division I powerhouse, in the Stonehill tournament with Rick coaching, and he also pops into practices occasionally and even impersonates a girl on the other team. He was Grace Rehnquist. They don't look alike, but he was Grace. And he does whatever we ask, and we love having him. So thank you, Fez. And last but not least, of course, is Coach Kelly. We've been working together a lot of years, and like Christina, we love this town and love coaching here. We feel lucky that we get to work here. And she was great. As you know, I was pregnant. She's pregnant, and it's kind of a long year for me, but she stepped in when I had the baby, and always does a great job, and her heart's always in the right place, and she knows the game well, and gives great advice during the games, and just invaluable to me and to the girls. So thank you, Jamie. I'm proud of the program in general. I mean, each team did well. Each team has good records. Each team behaves well. We have, as Coach Petrovic said, more than 50% of our athletes are scholar athletes, so they do well in the classroom. They're nice kids. They look nice. They behave well when we travel. They represent our school well and your families well. And I think that's what it's all about. Yeah, I would have loved to have beaten Mansfield and won the whole thing, but looking at the bigger picture, we're all doing the right things and raising nice young ladies. So I think we could start by giving all of the basketball players from the 8th grade up a nice round of applause. Okay, I'd like to just talk for a couple minutes about our season. It was the best season I've had and the best season the high school team has had in a long time. Overall, it was a huge success. The last game has stung for me and for our players, and I'm sure the parents, but we need to look at everything that happened prior to the last game, and we have a lot to be proud of as a varsity team. I thought the fact that we were 9-2 in summer, and I saw some things happen, and I felt encouraged going into the season. And I remember talking to James before the season, saying, "Yeah, we got some good seniors, we got some height, some speed, we got pretty good shooters. I think we're going to do well." I said to James before the season started, I thought we'd be one of the top 2 teams in the league, and we were. And but I felt a little bold saying that because we had been in the middle of the league last year. But I felt like we had worked hard, and everyone had great attitudes. We had good captains, good leadership, and things started to come together. If you think about where we were last year to where we are today, there was a lot of great improvements as our team. Last year we were 12-8, and this year we were 17-3. It's 5 more wins, but those wins are hard to get in this league. Our league's kind of like the Big East in men's basketball. We send 5, 6, sometimes even 7 teams to the state tournament. So every time you beat Sharon, that's tough. That's a big win. You beat Stoughton, they're pretty good. I mean, you beat Franklin, that's great. So it's not like we have any teams in the league. I mean, King Philip's been down a little bit lately, but they're still good and they can beat you also. But every single night we win a game, it's hard, and it takes a lot of work. So to win 5 more games is a lot. Last year we lost the Dedham Christmas tournament, and we lost to Quincy. This year we won the Dedham tournament and we beat Quincy by 50 points. So in just a year, we had really, I think, taken a big step up as a team. Last year we split with North Attleboro, we split with Sharon and Mansfield, and this year we beat them both 2 times in the regular season. Last year we averaged about 48 points a game. This year we averaged close to 57 points a game. That's a big difference. 10 points is a huge difference, and it's hard to get 10 more points in a game. Whenever we score in the 40s, we lose. Whenever we score in the 50s, we win. If we score 60, we beat everybody in the state. So we're getting there, and you girls worked hard to make that improvement as a team. Let's see. Last year, we qualified for the state tournament on like the last week possible. No, not last year. The last couple of years, like in February. This year, we qualified in mid-January, and we were just doing so well. But that was a nice comfort to have. I remember doing it on the last night possible 2 years ago. So this year we were in the tournament, and not only were we in it, we were looking like to be one of the top seeds. This year we were the 5th seed in the tournament. Last year we were the 13th seed. And with a 17-3 record, we could have even been the 2nd or 3rd team, but there happened to be a few teams with unusually good records this year. So we became, we were a mid-pack team last year, and this year we became top of the league and also one of the top teams around. So for many reasons, I'm really proud of all of the improvements that we made. The last game was devastating. It, for me, was one of the worst losses I've experienced as a player or as a coach. And I won't sugarcoat it. I thought we had a great crowd. It's a rivalry. We love to beat Mansfield in anything. And I think we're the better team, and that's why it hurts so much when you lose to somebody that you know you're better than. And we had the early lead, and the whole town was there, and it just seemed like we were going to do it, and then slowly but surely things just kind of fell apart. But as Christina said, it hurts now, but you do learn from that, and you do become stronger. Your character gets better, and hopefully if we're in that spot again, we're not going to let that happen. And for those of you that are moving on, you'll just become stronger from it. And it's just one of the reasons sports is so good for all of us. So, that being said, I'm proud of this year and excited for the future, and I really enjoyed coaching all of our girls. I'd like to talk about each player just for a minute and have them come up at the end. Talk about the sophomores first. We have 9 players, so we have 3 sophomores, and the sophomore class was terrific. Our first, I'll do it alphabetically, I believe, yeah. First player was a fantastic addition to our team, all the way from Gijón, Spain. She was a major contributor for the reasons that our team improved so much. Paula Alvarez averaged 11 points a game and about 5 to 6 assists per game. And when you add those together, so 11 points plus another 10, she was pretty much responsible for about 20 points a game. That's impressive. She penetrates well, she can pull up for a jumper, and she can make an open three-pointer. She's a good defensive player, she's a mature player, and I think that comes from where she plays. She sometimes plays with a lot of older kids, or women. She passes unbelievably. When she'd make an assist, she'd pretty much deliver it to a kid on a platter, so you just have to lay it in. She's, really, really nice passer. And she was named to the, she was MVP of the Dedham tournament at Christmas time. She had many great games. She had 20 points versus North Attleboro and Canton, and she had a career high of 25 points versus Stoughton. She was also second team for the Sun Chronicle, and on top of all that, she's a great athlete and a great student. She's taken honors classes and is a scholar athlete and doing everything when she's used to talking Spanish. That kind of is impressive. So anyways, I'd like Paula to come up. Our next sophomore is Leah Tacey. Leah was a solid contributor for us all year. She has a great inside game, and she has a really soft shooting touch, which is important. She can make a great move, she can block a shot, she passes well, and she also grabs rebounds at both ends of the court. Leah is always pleasant to coach. Some people are a little moody here and there, but Leah is not. She is smiling all the time and working hard all the time, and I appreciate that. And I see improvement in Leah. Leah played in every game. She started in about 5 games and always did well when she was in there. Her best game by far, I thought, was at Sharon. And she played most of the whole game, and she had 12 points and 10 rebounds. And she really looked fantastic, and I think that's how she's going to play every game next year. So I'm very excited for Leah's junior and senior year. She works real hard in the off season, and I'm glad she's on our team. Sophomore Leah Tacey. And our last sophomore is Kayleen Wall. She showed great improvement this year from last, and I think she had a fantastic year. She played in every game, and she played a lot of minutes in every game. She played the 4, but also I would keep her out there and she'd play the 3 a little bit. She's versatile. She has a nose for the ball, and always would get a basket when we needed it, and then another one. She likes to score, and we need that out there. She's hungry to look at, she's looking to score and to shoot. She's the best on the team and on all of our teams at drawing a foul, and gets herself to the foul line, and that's something we need. So I'm very impressed with that. She scored 8.3 points a game from the bench. That's probably the highest in the Hockomock League for somebody that didn't start. And we needed all of those points. She scored in double figures 6 times. She had highs of 14 points versus King Philip and 17 points versus Stoughton. She was selected to the Dedham All-Tournament team at Christmas, and she was also an honorable mention for the Sun Chronicle team. She is our best free throw shooter. She shoots 77% from the foul line, which is that number we're always trying to look for is 70, and she's at 77. So I'm really looking forward to her next 2 years. Kayleen Wall. I'm doing the high fives today. All right. And now for our junior class. We have 3 juniors, so 3, 3, and 3. The first junior I'd like to talk about is Kristen Hoffman. Kristen started in every game this year as our point guard, as she has started for the last 3 years, every game, and played just about every minute out there. She continues to play the point very, very, very well. One of the best I've seen. She led our team in scoring at 12.4. She also averaged 4 assists and 2 steals. She plays great defense. She grew a lot between last year and this year, and her height became an advantage for us. She's a 5'10" point guard, and that's excellent. And it gives us a little versatility. Sometimes she plays down low, out of bounds, or even can cover a forward. So she's continuing to improve her game because she works for it. One of her best things that she does, she doesn't turn the ball over. A lot of point guards play well, but they'll have 5, maybe 6 turnovers in a game. Kristen has 0. Every now and then she makes 1, but most often it's 0. And that's hard to do. Other teams are covering her and pressing us, and she doesn't turn the ball over. She passes well. She scored double figures 14 times out of 21, and she had highs of 17 points versus North Attleboro and Stoughton, and she also scored 25 points, which is her career high, versus Sharon. That was one of the best games I've seen a kid play this year. Hoffman improved on her scoring and ways to score from last year. She was in the gym all the time. She stays late after practice. She was a unanimous selection to the All-Hockomock team for the second year in a row. So every single coach voted for her. She was first team All-Sun Chronicle for the first time. And she's a captain as a junior. She is receiving a Scholar Athlete certificate and also her All-Hockomock plaque. Kristen Hoffman. Good job. You're looking at it. Okay, and our last, oh no, we got two more. Sorry about that. Our second junior is Rachel Jameson. Rachel started in just about every game this year also at the 2 spot for us, but also could play the 1. Rachel, as you probably know, has lightning speed. She's fantastic on the soccer field and the basketball court. Coach Pete nicknamed her Turbo, which my sons love. They think that's cute, and it suits her. She's 100% every minute at practice and in the game. I know what I'm going to get out of her, which is just heart and guts, and she's just gonna go after that ball. I thought she improved a lot this year. She became more of a scorer, and our outside shooting has improved. She always covered the best player on the other team, the best guard, and sometimes I even put her on a forward, like when she covered Rehnquist, and she shut down Fez at practice. She kept Rehnquist, who was averaging 21 points a game. Rachel kept her to 8 and to 4. Second time we played, she had 4, and that was just an example, but she really could do a number on kids. Rachel scored in double figures 4 times this season, including back-to-back games of 14 points versus King Philip and Sharon. She scored 13 points versus Dedham. I think all of them might have been in the first half, but that was one of the reasons, and her defense, that she was selected to the Warrior Winter, what am I saying? Warrior Winter Classic. February tournament, is that what it's called? But anyway, she made the all-tournament team. She also shut down Nicole Savvy 2 times, who's a Dedham guard, and she's an excellent player, and Rachel was in her head in the first 30 seconds of the game. So she's going to receive an award this year. It's a first award. It's an all-Hockomock defensive team. All the coaches decided to start this because there's always a kid on every team that you want to get that recognition. So we discussed it, and you made the team. So I'd like Rachel to come on up here and get her certificate and her plaque. Okay, and our last junior is Abby Morrissey. Abby is a second-year varsity player. She played really well for us in 12 games this season. She usually plays the 2 or the 3 spot. She passes well, and she plays very good defense, and she's very good at driving, especially to the left side. She did miss 5 games, the last 5 games of our season, unfortunately, because she broke her nose in the King Philip game. Somebody kicked her, even though King Philip thinks we're dirty, right? It's not fair, right? So, and she had to actually have surgery on her nose, but she missed a couple days and then came to practice in every game and was a big part of our team until the day it ended. Abby was a big help, especially in the Sharon game. She helped shut down Rehnquist. She helped when Rachel was out, or I moved Rachel over. Abby did a great job on her and even had that girl falling out of bounds and really getting frustrated. Abby is also a scholar athlete and a good soccer player, and I'm looking forward to her did I mess that up? All right, skip that soccer part. I'm looking forward to Abby's senior season with us. Thank you.
Abigail Morrissey, hopefully she'll be better.
Okay, and now for our 3 seniors who have been with us a long time. I'm going to talk about Sam Briggs first. Sam has been a 4-year varsity player for us. Her freshman year, you might remember back, she broke her leg in the scrimmage, so she missed the whole year, which really stunk. But this season was by far her best. She started in just about every game and played a lot of minutes in every game, probably about 24, 25 minutes a game. She always gives 100% at practice and in the games. She's always working hard and pushing herself to get better. She averaged 4 points a game and 8 rebounds, and she also averaged 2 steals. She became a really good post defensive player, especially when she would release and get around. She was always getting deflections or steals and making it really hard for the other team to get any high percentage shots near the basket.